Okay, I'm back at the fluid bed now. You see the jig heads that came out of my toaster oven here. And the paint on these is now cured and it's extremely hard. Okay, that stuff is not going to chip off very easy. That's why, once again, it was important to get the paint out of the eye. Now what I'm going to do next involves putting on a UV coat. Science has taught us that the ultraviolet light waves go down into the water the furthest. Okay, so if you have a UV top coat, your lures actually look like they're going to kind of glow at deeper depths. Okay, now I told you that I like to put on the UV coat after the curing process. ProTech says to go ahead and cure it with the UV coat on there. I've had some bad luck doing that. This is a jig head. I don't know if you could see well enough or not, but you could see how it's a little bit misshapen, hopefully. It was hanging from the curing rack in the toaster oven, and that UV coat tends to be a little bit runny. So it didn't drip, but it came down and started to form a drip there. And I'm just, in that area it's a little bit clear. It just doesn't look right. So I wouldn't use that for a customer's lures. I've already cured these, and then I'm going to just put the top coat over that. And then I'll paint on the eyes a little bit later on. Okay, so even though this is cured, you can go ahead and roll it a few times. Once again, about 3 times to heat it correctly into the UV coat, which is clear. Okay, now it came out powdery. Okay, it's okay, it stuck to that. I can go ahead and continue to heat it, and it'll put it on there nice and evenly. Okay, you shouldn't be able to tell that it's on there or not. Now if you put your lures under a black light, you'll see exactly which lures have the UV coat on and maybe one that you missed or didn't coat completely. Okay? Don't be afraid if it doesn't come out perfectly clear. If it looks powdery on there, just go back to your heat gun. And you've got to be careful that you don't overheat your lures. Like I said, with this heat gun on its low setting, I roll the lures slowly until I've gone around 3 full times. And that's usually right on the money. Okay? So once those are cooled down, I'm going to go ahead and put the eyes on top of that UV coat.